Welcome to Accounts Payable Soundbites, the program where we explain simple and complex accounts payable issues in short, concise soundbites. Today we're going to talk about preparing for an accounts payable or an accounting job interview. A little preparation goes a long way. So the first thing that you're going to do is review the job description. And when you review it, what you want to do is make sure that you can address each of the bullet points. Now, hopefully you have the skill set to do what's on each of the bullet points. But if you don't, you want to have a good answer or response when the interviewer asks you about, how you're going to learn it, why it's not important, or you're a quick learner, something of that nature. The next thing that you want to do, and this can take as little as 5 or 10 minutes, so there's really no good reason for not doing it, but you want to learn a little bit about the organization. And you can do that simply by going to the company website, Googling the company to find any current news stories, and depending upon the industry that this company is in, you might want to also go to some specialty websites like Charity Navigator, if it was a not-for-profit, if it's a tech company, especially if it's a startup, you might want to look at Crunchbase, etc. So, you want to do that preparation. Again, 5-10 minutes, no reason not to do it. All right, now, before I go any further, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell at the top of the screen to be alerted to new postings, which we try and do 2 or 3 times a week. Okay, so next, your next mission, your next task, if you will, is to prepare. Now, we always know when we went for in-person interviews that we would prepare, make sure our clothes were clean, our suit or dress was ironed, our hair combed, etc. And we want to still do the same thing if we're doing a Zoom interview. Of course, if we're doing a Zoom interview, you only have to prepare, you only have to get yourself ready from the waist up. But be that as it may. Also, you want to look around at your background. If you have to do it in a bedroom because space is short, at least make sure the bed is made. But ideally, you're not doing it with a bed or a crib in the background. And you want to straighten up as much as you can. Yes, I know I that's not my strong suit. You also want to prepare a few stories that demonstrate how you did your job well, or how you did a particular function, or you handled a particular problem in a good manner. But when you do this, make sure you keep these stories short. You don't want to go on and on in too much detail, because after a while you're going to lose the interviewer, and that's not what you're trying to do. And then lastly, you might want to prepare a few good questions, because, usually at the end of the interview, the interviewer will say something to you like, well, do you have any additional questions for me? And you don't want to sit there going, So prepare a few questions that you might want to ask. Things like, what happened to the person who had this position before me, if that hasn't been already addressed? What are your long-term plans? Or something strategic for you and that job. Well, that's it for today. I wish you a lot of luck on your next job interview, whether it's with a company outside or an internal group where you're going for a promotion. Please check out our AP Nail podcast and other sound bites on this channel. And of course, we always appreciate those thumbs ups and shares. Thanks.